be here with you guys today during our live class and really give you what is going to be a sneak peek behind the curtains in operations, and hopefully give you guys a little bit of insight on how we process some things here at NuView. First off, I want to start with some introductions. My name is Ivan Toledo. I'm an operations manager here at NuView Trust. And online, we also have my partner in crime, who is Barbara Bolanos. She is the other operations manager here at NuView Trust. And let's go ahead and kick this off and get started. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and just give you a quick little disclaimer in that NuView Trust serves as your custodian for alternative investments. NuView does not provide tax, legal, or investment advice, nor do we sell investments. We custody IRAs, ESAs, HSAs, and 401ks that hold alternative investments chosen by the client. And that being said, I'm going to go ahead and kick this off with passing it over to Barbara, and she's going to give you a little bit more insight on what happens right after you've talked to one of our IRA specialists about our unique investing opportunity and how you can go ahead and get started on that journey.
All right, thank you so much, Ivan. So yes, let's go ahead and kind of dive into the beginning stages of your journey with NuView. So opening an account would be that first stage after you've spoken with one of our IRA specialists. There's a few basic items that you will need in order to get that process started. We'll need a completed application, which should be accompanied by your driver's license, and then also a method of funding the account, which we'll go into a little bit further here. So account funding. There are three methods for account funding, one of them being a transfer, a rollover, and a contribution. And if you can go to the next slide, please. So let's talk a little bit more about transfers. So a transfer is just movement between like accounts. So when you think of a transfer, you can think of IRA to IRA. And really what we need is our completed transfer paperwork, since we're going to be requesting the funds or assets from the sending custodian. We'll need information such as your personal information, the account type, what's coming over. All of that is going to be on the transfer form. And there are two types of transfers, either cash or in kind. And in kind just means asset. And with that, there's also two options. So you can bring a partial amount of the account over, or you can bring the full account over. It's completely up to your decision. All right. So regarding cash, the amount that we're requesting, it must be liquidated. So please make sure that you call your custodian, make sure that it is actual liquid cash that can come over. If it's in a cash investment, anything like that, it more than likely will be rejected. So that's a very key point to make sure that those funds are available. And then when it comes to in kind, the transfer of the assets from the current custodian, we must have the asset description and the latest statement. That is a requirement. It allows us to essentially cross-check information and make sure that what we're bringing over has accurate information and that it's going to be on our books correctly. Okay, the next method is rollover. So there are two types of rollover, one being direct, and that is just the funds or assets are coming over from the current custodian to us directly. Or there's indirect, and that means that you would take personal ownership of the cash or assets before it comes over to NuView, and then you get it deposited into your account. One thing to note is that with indirect rollovers, you can only do one indirect rollover every 12 calendar months. So very important that you make sure that that's within your scope. All right. So just to kind of briefly go over the rollover process, we don't actually request it from the custodian. This is something that you'll have to initiate on your end. So it's important to understand that you'll contact your current custodian, make sure that you complete their paperwork in order to get it over. It may be a distribution. It really just depends on what their requirements are. So make sure that you get in contact with them. And then on our end, we'll need a completed rollover form. And so once you have all of that going, you submit the completed rollover form to us just so that we know what you're bringing over, we can accept it, all of that. And then really just follow up and track the rollover and make sure that everything is good to go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Ivan to talk about our investment pods and different options.
Thank you, Barbara. So, kind of moving on to after you've opened your account and got the account funded, I wanted to talk a little bit about the different departments that we have here at NuView Trust, or I guess the different unique alternative investing opportunities that we have at NuView Trust. Most of our clients, once they've opened an account and funded it here at NuView, a lot of people will go into either real estate and notes, private equity, and then we have a brokerage, another team, which this really consists of any public securities or crypto accounts that we have here at NuView Trust. So those are going to be the bulk of our investment opportunities are going to be in real estate and notes and private equity. Most of our clients come in knowing what it is they already want to invest in. That's why they choose a self-directed IRA. And these are going to be the teams that service those specific investments. So moving into the investment requirements. So now that you've got the money in your account and you want to go ahead and proceed with your investment, what are you going to need in order to do that? So once you've got the cash into your account and you know what you want to invest in, what we're going to need, depending on the different types of investments, is we're going to need with every investment is a purchase authorization form. This is a NuView form that we need completed with detailed information of your account as well as the investment that you are going into. Along with this, you will need to make sure you have enough cash in your account to satisfy whatever amount it is that you're requiring us to send. And then the last thing is going to be supporting documentation. So, for example, if you're going into a real estate investment, we're going to need any kind of contract or closing documents. If you're going into some sort of private equity investment, we will need some sort of subscription agreement or an operating agreement, depending on the type of private equity investment that you're going into. Also, with a loan, you will need either the note or some sort of note security agreement. And then with any kind of publicly traded assets, which we also do here, you will need a trading authorization form, which you would reach out to the brokerage team to get that. We also offer two types of crypto accounts at NuView Trust with our partners, one of them being a Gemini brokerage account where you can trade crypto 24 hours, or you can do it through our second partner, which is CBOE, which also offers some coins that you're able to invest in crypto if that's what you are interested in investing in. So once you've invested into that real estate, private equity, or note, there are some things that you guys should know about how we maintain this account over the course of your life cycle here at NuView Trust. One of those being fair market values. We require fair market value so that way we have the most up-to-date value of the investment in our record. So that way we can be the best record keepers for you guys. And when you log into your portal, you're seeing everything as up to date as possible. The other thing is income management. So as custodian, we also manage all the incoming money on behalf of those investments. So for real estate properties, that can be rent checks. So, and also for private equity investments, that could be dividends. They all come into our office and we go ahead and allocate them to the appropriate investment, making sure that, again, we are just being the best record keepers that we can be when it comes to managing your deposits. Then moving on to bill payments. As we all know, real estate properties typically come with some sort of expenses like insurance, light bills, water bills. NuView Trust does pay the bills on the behalf of your IRA. The one thing that we need is to make sure that we have an invoice and we can go ahead and get that paid for you immediately. And then going on to distributions, we also manage any kind of withdrawals from your retirement account. With that, you would just need to complete a NuView form. That would be a distribution form, again, with your personal information and where you would like us to send the money. So that way we have that documented and we can process that request for you and get that money over to you. It's important that we process the distributions and withdrawals from your account because there is likely a distribution is a taxable event. So we have to make sure that we have all the data that we need to produce the tax forms at the end of the year. And then lastly, any miscellaneous account updates to your account. So maybe that's a beneficiary, maybe you're changing your address, maybe you're updating your phone number, or you want to change who's an interested or authorized party on your account. You'll reach out to our account maintenance team and they'll go ahead and assist you with filling out the appropriate either form or getting it updated via verbal communication. Um, And then I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to Barbara, where she's going to talk to you a little bit more about what reinvesting the proceeds look like.
Yes, thank you, Ivan. And before I move into that, I just want to kind of note the common theme of needing your authorization in order to move forward with anything. We are a self-directed IRA custodian, which means we do need your direction in order to take any action. So keep that in mind. Most requests have an authorization form that is a NuView form that will require your completion and submission along with supporting documentation in most cases. So very important to note there. But yes, reinvesting proceeds or just money coming in from investments once it's sold, there are a few things that you can do. One of them being make a new investment. This is your opportunity to really self-direct your account, and that's the beauty of what we offer here. You can invest in what you know, and you can diversify your portfolio. And with that, as Ivan spoke about earlier, there's quite a few investment types that you can invest into. So definitely take a look at that. Take advantage of just the different webinars that we have and events that you can join in person and network and kind of figure out what you can do there. So make a new investment is definitely an option after the fact. You can also partner with Inspira for some streamlined options in other areas such as health, wealth, retirement, and benefit solutions. So definitely go to the Inspira website. It'll give you a lot of information about some different options that they have that could benefit you and your goals for just financially that you're looking to do. And if you can move to the next slide, please. There's their website. So go ahead, click on that, and then you can kind of go from there. And just moving on to the next slide, if you want to get in contact with us, this is our contact information. You can give us a call, you can go to our website, get more information, or you can stop on by if you're local. And then I'm going to pass it off to Ivan.
All right, guys. So now what to do next with all this information. So we would strongly encourage you to go ahead and scan the QR code to schedule your free consultation with one of our IRA specialists. They'll talk to you and they'll be able to help you and find out what account is best for you and your needs. Then after that, you can fill out an application, transfer funds, or make a contribution, just like Barbara has explained the process to you. And then, just like I went over a little bit, there's a plethora of investment opportunities within NuView. So you can go ahead and start your self-directed journey and make that first alternative investment. And also another reminder, one way you can learn more about these alternative investments is by joining us at AlsCon this October. It's going to be very exciting. There's going to be a lot of networking opportunities. We have some amazing guest speakers, and it's just going to be a really good time to network and just learn more about what it is that is out there for us to invest in and really take control of our future. And then I'm going to pass it over to Barbara.
Yes, thank you, Ivan. So if you want to stay up to date with NuView and everything that we have going on with our webinars and all of that, you can definitely just scan the QR code. And also you can go to Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok. We are constantly on those platforms delivering educational content so that you can be better informed and make decisions regarding your retirement. But with that being said, Amy, do we have any questions coming in online?
Yes, we do have a couple. The first one is, what is the process for updating beneficiary designations on my IRA account, and how often should I review them?
Yes, I'm happy to take that one. So, in order to update your beneficiary information with NuView, we do have a form that you would complete. It's called the beneficiary designation form. And with that, you would provide the information regarding the beneficiaries. And we do need their personal information so that we can have that on file and have accurate information as well as percentages, those types of things. And really, it's up to you how often you should review them. I personally try to review it at least once a year, just in case. You never know. Things could change, but definitely if there's any life-changing events, definitely recommend getting that updated so that the account goes to who you want it to go to.
Great. And then another question was, what documentation and records should I keep regarding my IRA investments for tax and record keeping purposes?
All right, I can take that one as well. So, really, anything related to your account, I highly recommend keeping track of. A copy of it, maybe if you don't keep the physical file, you can keep a digital copy somewhere on a thumb drive or on your computer, those types of things. And then you can also get in contact with us. Anything that you send to us, we do keep on file as well. So you can call in, email in, request the documentation, and then we'll send it to you, but it will always be password protected just in case it has any sensitive information on it.
Great. And then we have one final question from online. What resources or tools are available to help me track and manage my IRA investments more effectively?
Yeah, so I can go ahead and take that one. The really cool thing about NuView is that you get access to your online portal where you're able to really take a deeper dive and look into your investments. And when I say that, I really speak of a real life example of like managing a real estate property where there's a lot of expenses and income associated with your real estate property. One of the beautiful features that we have inside of our portal is the fact that you can take the transactional history and be able to export it into Excel and kind of manipulate the data. If you have multiple properties, you can see what income, what expenses are associated with a specific property. You can look at year over year growth in your account, comparing the different kinds of expenses and income associated with your investments, not just real estate, but that is the most use case scenario that I see with our clients. So that and just being able to track these alternative type investments on an online platform, just like if it was a public security, is really an incredible opportunity and feature that NuView offers.
Great. And that is all the questions from online.
Wonderful.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.